So, 2017 is come and gone. Let's do a review of Transformers in 2017. Why not? So, let's see. Now, I haven't really kept up with Transformers in 2017 at all. I made a point of not seeing The Last Knight. I just really hate the Michael Bay movies, as a lot of people do. Like, it's just kind of a joke now. I haven't kept up with the comics just because I used to really be into the comics. I think the last thing I read was like when Chrome Dome and Rewind got back together, or maybe when the whole Star Saber thing happened, or I think it was when there's some event that made them contact a bunch of other Transformer planets. I remember there was like the Beast Wars planet, and there was the Velocitron planet, and there's like Alita 1 in her spaceship kind of thing. But yeah, ever since as soon as they announced the Revolution crossover thing, I just checked out of Transformers. I have no interest in crossovers. I read other crossover comics in Marvel and DC, and they just shake up storylines for really no reason. And it was pretty obvious that this IDW Revolutions one was mainly just to sell books. They're trying to get people to read the books that they wouldn't otherwise have read, because they have, characters from different franchises crossing over, and I'm not interested in reading Rom the Space Knight or G.I. Joe or Inhumanoids just to know why something happened to, X Transformer in this comic or whatever. So I just kind of checked out of comics, although I did recently buy a Transformers bundle from Humble Bundle, so I may, reacquaint myself with the comics. And I think the only other thing is the Robots in Disguise cartoon. I watched the first, half dozen episodes, and it was basically all the same thing, just kind of, this kind of Beast Decepticon of the week kind of thing, and nothing really happened. And I haven't been watching the new Combiner Force version of the show, so that doesn't really interest me. It's mostly for kids anyways. As far as toys, I haven't really picked up that much. A lot of stuff that Hasbro's doing with Titans Returns doesn't really interest me. They have this whole line that's a Headmaster gimmick, and they haven't even done the Headmaster Juniors or anything. It's I picked up a few Takara Legends things. I picked up the Convo Bat, the E-Hobby one, although technically TF Wiki says that was last year, but it came out so late in the year, I counted for this year. That was pretty cool. It's a shame they didn't do a full body for Mega Gator or whatever he's called, but it's nice that they included the head, and you could buy a Skull Cruncher and put the head on him, and it works. I also picked up another exclusive, which was the Black Convoy, aka original RID Scourge. Being a big Scourge / Black Convoy / Nemesis Prime fan, that really interested me. He's a pretty cool figure, he homages a lot of the original figure, and I like how in the comic they even made a really good base mode for him. I also picked up the Lyle Convoy. That was a big disappointment. It's just kind of a brick that transforms into other bricks. Masterpiece is kind of hit and miss this year. We got a new Masterpiece Megatron, but at least on mine, I couldn't even transform into gun mode because his legs, there's a part where you have to separate his legs, but mine were just kind of fused together. I don't know if it was paint or what, but I figure that I'm so worried about breaking it with the excess force, I haven't even transformed him. I'm just gonna keep him in robot mode, but when are you gonna display your Megatron in gun mode anyways? You might as well be an Action Master. There was also the Masterpiece Optimus Primal in the toy colors, which I almost like better than the original, if only he had as many faces as the original. There was also Cheetor. He was kind of okay. I didn't really like how the Beast Mode head kind of tucked in. I was just mainly worried about those whiskers breaking or getting, bent beyond recovery. As far as third party, I think the only things I picked up were Beast Gorilla. That's how you say it. You know, he's a decent update to Optimal Optimus. I don't like how they did his backpack, but other than that, he's a good figure. I'll still be picking up the Power of the Primes Optimal Optimus when he comes out. And I think the only other third-party figure that I picked up was the TFCon exclusive Calidus, I think he's called, which is the IDW Rodimus in purple and cyan, which I don't think I even made it to that point in the comics, but he's still a good-looking figure. I always try and pick up at least one TFCon Toronto exclusive when I go, and he seemed to be the best of the bunch. A lot of the exclusives this year didn't really interest me. There was like the yellow repaint of Trailbreaker, and there's that white Cybertronian Bumblebee. Now, if they had the blue Bumblebee, the Glyph, I think she's called, that was Rune. She was the UK, not Auto Assembly, but TF Nation, that's it, yeah. TF Nation exclusive. Now, if that was at TFCon, I probably would have picked up her, maybe in addition to Rodimus. But, yeah, not much interesting me toy-wise in Transformers right now. You know, I don't have, too much interest in the Power of the Primes beyond the Optimal Optimus, like I said. But, I'm hopeful that if Optimus Primal gets a new figure, maybe we'll get some more Beast Wars figures. That's kind of the rumor of what the next kind of gimmick will be after Power of the Primes. It'll be like all Beast Wars characters, which I'm all for. But, yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this past year in Transformers, and I'll check you later.